Hey everyone, it's Jamie from Independent Street NOLA, and I'm here to talk about this full moon in Aries that's happening today on October 20th, 2021 at 9:54 a.m. Central Time. I'm in New Orleans, so that's when it's going to be at its peak for us. So if you're in other parts of the United States, that's when it'll be at its peak for you. The information is coming in real fast about this full moon. So as I kind of mentioned before, usually like when I want to talk about these moons or with planets, I kind of tune into the energy of the planets, and sometimes it just comes when it comes, right? So this is what's coming in. I was thinking about it last night. It's raining here today in New Orleans, which I saw on the weather app that it was supposed to rain today, so I went to go sit with the moon last night, and I was gifted that someone on the beach, I went to Mississippi, started a fire. It wasn't a fire pit that they have down there, and so I was like, this is so perfect. It's an Aries. Aries is fire, Aries is initiation, and then it's with this full moon, so I'll be blowing up my Instagram feed with these photos for the next few days. Fair warning. So let's talk about this full moon. So as we know, when it's a full moon, the moon and the sun are opposite of each other, right? And so the sun is still in Libra. Edwin, stop texting me. I am trying to do a video. So the sun is still in Libra, and the moon is opposite of that, and it's in Aries, right? And so this, to me, actually, this full moon today is a solid full moon. I know working up to this full moon, it's been really bumpy for a lot of us in different ways, because let's just face it, October has been a big month of movement. At the beginning, the first week, Pluto went direct, and then a couple weeks later, Saturn went direct, and then a few days ago, Mercury and Jupiter all turned direct, right? So that's a lot of movement turning forward. We've been working with this energy since forever, but it's really been ramping up, right, since I think Gemini season, and with all the eclipses, and it's just been changing and churning, and actually they're bringing up when Uranus went retrograde in Taurus a couple of summers ago, is really when it started kicking off this huge shift in energy, right? And now it's here. So and it's really starting to initiate itself, which I think is so beautiful. That this full moon is in Aries. And so let's talk about the moon for a minute. The moon is intuition. The moon is with your feminine side, and here it is sitting in Aries, and it's lighting up all this intuition, all this initiation, all this realization. The ram, excuse me, is courage. The ram is will, right? And it's igniting all this, but it's igniting it softly, which I think is so beautiful because it is with the moon. Intuition is the third eye, right? So that's being lit up. And we keep talking about listening to our intuition more, listening to our intuition more. And here we are, boom, we've turned this corner. It is lighting up. It's lighting up in yourself, because this is about yourself. This is about your intuition. This is how you nurture and foster your intuition, right? And this is, Aries, I'm pretty sure I already said, is a cardinal sign. It's the first cardinal sign. So it is all about you igniting this. It's all about you taking claim of this, right? And how you do that, it's an extremely personal way. It's up to you. Because what's happening with the sun in Libra, right, which is still about balance, Mars is conjunct the sun, right? Which, once again, in my mind, I see Mars pushing the sun with its little planet arms. I don't know why I find that so funny. When stars and planets, I give them arms and legs. I think it's hilarious. Could be because when I was a kid, the Kellogg's box was always given 2 scoops of raisins. I don't know, whatever. It was friendly. It was a friendly sun. But I digress. So Mars is conjunct the sun, which just means they are close to each other with the conjunction. So they are in a deep conversation with himself. The moon, the sun moves 1 degree a day. That's why we have, 30 days in a month. That's why we have 30. Oh, there's my neighbor. Hey, Don, who is a Scorpio, by the way, who can't wait for Scorpio season. So it's coming. And so that's why the sun moves 1 degree a day, right? And the moon moves many degrees. It's always hauling ass around the solar system, chit-chatting with people, checking in, doing its moon thing, right? So the sun is still in Libra, and then the moon directly from it, it's like Aries, woo, right? And so it's like, how's Libra over there? And the sun and Mars is saying, we're lighting up your solar plexus, right? That's your solar plexus chakra. That is your action. And the moon's like, perfect, I'm lighting up courage. I'm lighting up intuition. So right now, your solar plexus and your third eye chakras are getting a good kick in the pants, if you will, right? Because Mars, while my friend the other day, who is a principal, literally yesterday, goes, yeah, we had 5 fights today. And I was like, yeah, that's that Mars, right? Because moving up to this point, Mars in its lower vibration is aggression, right? And you can fill it in. I don't need to tell you what Mars is in its lower form, right? And also, let me tell you, my friend who is the principal is so capable that I just want to go and hug her at all times and just be like, I love that you're so capable, and I need your capableness to rub off on me. I don't know if that's a word, but anyway. So that's another big word for this full moon. Realization, being capable. You're having courage in yourself that you're capable. You know that you're capable. Intuitively, you're picking up on these signs. You're grounding this in, right, with that sun, with Mars. You're grounding in this idea that you are capable. I'm going to go back to Mars here. So, but Mars and the sun are in their divine masculine selves, right? And the divine masculine isn't aggressive. The divine masculine knows that he doesn't have to be in competition. The divine masculine knows he can set out on his path, and he can take whatever comes with him, or comes at him, because he has that courage. He knows what's happening, right? And so he has the courage because he's listening to his intuition, which is, again, Aries in the full moon right now. So I think this is a really beautiful full moon. I know coming up to it, it was super rocky. It's also this idea of, Jupiter turning direct, which is the maintenance of faith, right? It's that idea of expansion. It's also that idea of staying in balance, because we're still in Libra season, right? And, Libra is an air sign. Jupiter is an Aquarius, which is an air sign, which is the cosmic mind, right? So the moon is your intuition, which is coming in. Jupiter is direct, and the cosmic mind, which is the heart, right? And so it's this idea of how do we bring this all in, and how do we integrate it? Well, we integrate it with the help of Mars, right? With that help of that action, with the help of the sun. And then we start to realize who we are, and we have confidence in that. We have courage in that, and we're able to move forward. When things are in a toxic energy, it's not a quiet energy, right? It's a really, just think of like a toxic odor, right? Or a toxic relationship. They're usually really loud, right? It's always just something. It's really turbulent is the word, right? And this isn't. This moon is soft. It is soft. Now, coming up to the moon, like we said, maybe some fights, maybe some impatience, right? But the idea of this moon is that you are taking responsibility of who you are, because innately you now have the courage to be who you are. And a lot of you are, telling me like, hey, I'm starting up talk therapy again, I'm going to go see this therapist. And that's perfect. That's what you need to do with this energy of this moon, because that's putting you into balance. That's you innately knowing that you can be in balance no matter what's going on in the world, right? And that's really important to start doing that, right? Like we kept talking about grounding ourselves in, and like our root chakras, and that idea of taking that breath, right? Knowing where you are, knowing who you are. And right now, it's igniting. This is exactly who you are. Yeah, I'm going to go talk to someone because I need to be in balance. I mean, that's so perfect. I love all you guys for doing that. That takes courage. That takes courage to say, I need to go do this because I need to be in balance. So you guys are trending. Way to go. Way to go, friends. You're trending. Woo. I was going to say a little bit more about, well, I'm just going to touch on this, which seems to be coming out of left field, but that's okay. But I wanted to touch on the idea of love and Christ consciousness, right? Which, remember, Christ consciousness is its own thing, and religion is its own thing. Organized religion is its own thing. So we're not talking about organized religion. We're talking about Christ consciousness. So, and that's been coming up in a big way, and honestly, when I think about it, it comes up a lot smoother than how I'm introducing it into this video. But the idea too, it goes back into being in balance with yourself in Libra season, but being in balance with yourself because the idea that you love yourself first, right? It is the age of Aquarius in my mind, and I will say this till we turn blue, but Aquarius is the individual and then the collective. And so it's always important to work on yourself first and to put yourself first. And when you keep putting yourself in balance, things will manifest a lot faster and a lot easier when you're in balance. And I had this big thing about, the Virgin Mary. She was so unbalanced with herself that she gave birth, right? But the idea is that Virgin, the Virgo, the idea of that we are always innocent, right? We are always, we can be free of earthly things that are made up concepts that really aren't us. And once we realize that, we then move into Libra season, right? So then we become into balance. And the more you're in balance, the quicker it is to create, the quicker it is to birth ideas, it is quicker to manifest. And I think that was the idea, because soon we'll be moving into Scorpio season, and we're going to see how we transform all these new creations, right? All these new ideas, because we're going to stay in balance, right? It's not because, oh, we got a Libra season and now we're like totally off balance. That's not what's happening, right? We're integrating this new sense of self. We're initiating this new power of our intuition, this new power of our own personal courage. Like I said, when we talk about the divine feminine and divine masculine, I say like the sun and moon, and we see them as two separate entities, but they are the same. They are separate, but they are moving equally inside of us at the same time, right? So it's like a beautiful dance, right? So it's like if you were with a dance partner, and I love to dance. I don't know exactly how to dance, but I just fake it on the dance floor, and I'm usually smart enough to get a strong lead, right? So intuitively, I kind of know what's coming next, and then I trust them to throw my ass all around the dance floor, right? That's kind of how I see the sun and the moon working together a lot of times, right? There's always that trust. There is that bond. They know their boundaries, right? And I know I'm talking about sun and moon, but I'm talking about this within ourselves, right? Like, we know our boundaries. And the more we come into ourselves and the more we listen to our intuition, the more our boundaries will change, which goes back to something Stephanie was talking about on her channel this week. So I'll put a link to her YouTube channel as well, because she talks about boundaries as well. And honestly, I've been watching her channel where I just go day by day now, so I don't know what it says for the whole week. But know this, like, your boundaries will be changing the more you become more independent with yourself, more balanced in yourself, and your masculine side has that courage to go forward because your feminine side is listening to that intuition, right? That's being lit up. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it there. If you guys have any questions, as always, you can direct message me on Instagram or leave a comment here. I am going to leave a little Spotify playlist. It's just a bunch of fun songs that I was just throwing together because I was thinking about the full moon a couple days ago. So I hope you guys really enjoy this full moon energy. Take some deep breaths, ground it in, start to enjoy this new courage that you're having around your intuition. It's going to integrate itself into yourself seamlessly and flawlessly and organically, right? Set those intentions. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.